Shalom, ladies. Welcome to tonight's edition of our Titus 2 Zoom special. So I'm really excited about tonight because tonight we have some home organizational decluttering experts, minimalists that are going to help us out with our drama, with our little dirty secrets that we have in closets, under beds, linen closets, all that type of good things. So this is like a personal project that I'm working on personally myself. And then I hear so many sisters that always ask for advice in terms of how do I manage to keep my house clean when I have kids? What to do if my husband is messy and I'm not? So I'm looking for some advice out there. So I'd like to introduce my sister, daughter, friend, Miss Carmen Israel from the Modest Living. Come on, Carmen, what you got?
Shalom, can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can. Beautiful. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying. Shalom, everyone. So I'm going to share my screen and let me see. Okay, let me know if you guys can see it.
We can.
Okay, all set. So yeah, so some of you guys already know me by the Modest Living. Some people follow me on Instagram already, but Modest Living, I've been around for quite some time, probably the past couple years or so. So as you can see, it says minimalist inspired home style tips to help you improve your space and make you feel better. Because at the end of the day, I will say that when your house is organized and when it's clean, it definitely impacts your mood. Your stress level goes down significantly, especially if you had like a really rough day and you walk into a clean home or organized home. It just does something, different for you. So I want to share some before and after photos of some of the work that I've done. It's nothing too crazy. Like I said, it's not necessarily like a complete interior design like haul per se, like knocking down walls. I'm not really into the DIY like that. I'll try it here and there, but that's not really me. But I can do a quick paint job, and then also I can help you, like I said, declutter and find the right the right furniture.
Aesthetic.
Yeah, the right aesthetic
For you.
Right, and items. So here's an example very quickly. As you can see on the left-hand side is a before photo. It was a friend of mine. She actually was out for the day. So I was able to come in with a couple of my friends to help like paint the wall and then to help assemble some of the furniture that you see on the right. Mm-hmm. And, she came in, she was extremely surprised, like just even painting that blue wall, just that white to be uniformed with the rest of the room, as well as making sure that, the other furniture that was brought in, which was from Target and IKEA, very affordable, that was uniformed as well. And everything else that we got, what else did we get? We got the chair here too, and some of the acrylic like makeup holders and the organizer that you kind of see in the cube holder. And if you look at those books there, I'll talk about this a little bit later, but it's called, what I did with the books, how I stacked it, it's called facing. So you take the binds, I'll show you an example here. You take the books and you put all the book ends together, like the book binds together. And then even if the book is like awkwardly shaped, when you set it on a bookcase, because the binds are all together, it looks nice and neat and uniform. I hope I'll show you an example as we go along to make sure that you guys get it. But that's what I did there in her cubby hole. So next, here's another before and after. This is actually my old apartment in Brooklyn. So when I moved in, my roommate at the time, it was just very scarce, nothing to it. Like, they weren't really into interior design. They were just like, or any design period, anything with any life added to it. They were just like, oh yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. It's cool. So I was like, okay, you gave me permission. So now I'm about to make it, a little fleeky here. So I added an area rug. Obviously I got a new couch. I was able to convince them to get rid of the old couch because it was just messed up. And I actually left it to them as a gift when I left because I couldn't take it. It was just too much. But anyways, as you can see, I added, just a couple more pieces of furniture there. Nothing too crazy to break the bank. added, different colors, set of drapes, and then also just painted the walls gray, a nice neutral color. And it just really like brought the room together.
So you have a natural eye for stuff. So when you go into a person's house or into their room or whatever, how do you have a conversation with them first? How do we know what we should take away and what we should add? Like, what does that process look like?
Well, it depends for each person. So when I walk into the room, immediately my eyes will go to where the focal point of the room is supposed to be. So for example, if there is a window, that would automatically make me be like, okay, that's part of the focal point of the room. Just something that's in the room that will immediately draw my attention. It just depends. Also, for example, if a person just has like a lot of stuff, if they just have a lot of stuff, it will be one of those things where we would just kind of like sit down and I just ask, so what are you planning on getting rid of, or what exactly do you need help with? Like, what do you need me to help you with to start? So it just really depends. I hope that answers that question. Actionable to-dos. All right, so you guys might want to screenshot this. Oops, sorry. Oh. You guys might want to screenshot this. So this is from a book that I love, and it's called Less by Rachel Oss. I know it looks probably backwards for y'all, but y'all can get this. You can see it. It's on Amazon. This book is thebomb.com. Okay. I can do screenshots of it later if anybody else has any questions about it. But here's something that you all might want to look at. So Rachel Oss specializes in minimalism. It's an Edomite girl that's in Australia. You can see her YouTube channel, but she really offers a lot of great tips, and her book is really, really amazing. So she talks about the basic process of decluttering here, and she has like a whole step by step. So you see step 1 is pick up each item in turn. Handling each item forces you to make a decision about it and ask yourself the following questions. So you see it has a start position here. Start. Do I really want to keep this? If you decide, you know what? No, then it shows you trash, gift, donate, or sell it. If you decide, yes, I want to keep it, then the next question you ask yourself is, have I used it in the last 6 months? So then if it's a no, then you go to, did I forget I owned it? It says no. Then am I sure I'll need it again? And then if you go to yes, then you're going to keep it. Now, if you go back to where it says, have I used it in the last 6 months? Yes. And you want to set aside temporarily, or no. What you could do is eventually you're going to just, toss it. But I think about things like that too. If I'm like, have I worn this in 3 months? Have I worn this in 6 months? Like, when's the last time? I didn't really care about it too much. Now, some items, say for example, you have really, really nice stuff that you just don't wear that often. I get it. Like, some of those things are keepsake items you might want to give away to your children in the future, but don't make that like everything you own. And then you could see here, step 2, same thing. Does it need repair? Am I willing to fix it? Am I keeping this for sentimental reasons? Does it make me happy or add beauty to my life? Like, make sure you guys screenshot this. This is a life changer.
All right, all praises. Thank you so much. So I hope everybody could use some of the tips that she has suggested. And like she said, start small for wherever you are in your own minimalistic or cleaning or decluttering journey. So next up, we have Sister Aviya. Sister Aviya, are you around? Are you here? Can you help me get my life together?
Shalom, Mama Shamara.
Shalom, Most High Name Christ bless. So some people don't know you, right? So tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. I'm Sister Aviya of the House of Officer Yali from ATL Camp. And what we do is me and my Lord, we have a professional commercial cleaning business. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. So you have a commercial cleaning business. So we need to learn from you. So
we're gonna just cover like your cleaning order. Okay. So what we want to talk about is like when you're on a cleaning schedule, it's best to be on like a monthly, weekly, and daily type of cleaning schedule. Okay, so
yeah, okay. So what's the difference between trying to clean your house with small kids and like you all your kids are grown, so
the empty nester.
Yeah, the empty nester come in and it's like absolutely perfect. Okay. So Israel, we got kids.
Right. You want to be realistic when you have small kids, or you're going to drive yourself nuts. You want to be realistic about your clean house expectations when you have small kids. There is a difference between messy and like,
being nasty.
Okay. So you definitely want to make sure you're cleaning up. Another thing you could do is try to, of course you got to train your children. You have to train them and start early training them to pick up behind themselves and things of that nature. That's going to help you out tremendously. And another thing is try to, just like our parents used to do back in the day, you're going to have these certain rooms that you keep clean. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that when you do have company over or something like that, you have rooms that are clean. As far as like your child's bedroom or something, or maybe even your bedroom, because sometimes you're like busy, dealing with your children and you might not have time. Just remember, things with doors, the doors can be closed. Okay, we're not talking about the bathroom, but bedrooms and things with doors, you can just close the door if you need to. And that's not saying, again, not to clean your bedrooms and things up. It's just saying that if you have to make a choice sometimes, always choose like the living room area, the master bathroom, and train your children to like, they won't even let us go in the living room. Yeah. So, train your children to play in their little play area.
Yeah, you have to have your priorities in order, because as wives and mothers, we have so much going on. And I know I get that question often. Oh, how do I juggle this and that? So you have to do what works best for your Lord's house or for yourself. Mm-hmm. I use myself as an example all the time. Like for my Lord's house, our living room and kitchen area must be together. When my Lord walks in the house, he does not want to see not a toy inside, nowhere. Right. So I know that if as busy as I am throughout the day, included in my daily tasks, like you said, your daily, your weekly, your monthly, included in my daily tasks will always be kitchen, living room, downstairs bathroom.
That's right.
Things.
True. Because most of us, I guess that might be a Southern thing or like of a certain age group, but to Aviya's point is that we were always taught is that your entryway, your living room, your kitchen, the downstairs bathroom or the guest bathroom, if you don't have a house, should always be clean in case somebody comes by.
Yep.
Because they're not going into your bedroom, they're not going into your kids' rooms, but you never know where you have to open up the door, and you don't want to have to open up the door like Carmen said, like this.
Right.
So yeah.
So absolutely. So and again, if you keep up with your cleaning order, you shouldn't have that problem too much. If you try, put your kid in the playpen, or everybody has something to secure their kid in. Put the kid down if they're crying or whatever. So when you're doing like your monthly task, if you keep it up with that even, it won't be so much for you, when it's time to, keep your daily tasks going. Like you said, you could just focus on your areas where company is coming for your daily tasks, but you can still keep up your monthly tasks. I mean, some people don't think the kids can cry, but yeah, they can cry. They're going to be fine. Absolutely. So when you're doing your monthly, just let them cry. It usually takes about 2 hours to do like your monthly. Well, depending on how big your house is. Mm-hmm. It's all about the square footage
and how you've kept it up.
Right, exactly. How you've kept it up.
Try to tell us that our strength is measured by a man's. That's not true. That's not true. And a woman's role is weakness if we submit to